a day with me in Northeast Florida at Timucuan Ecological and Historic Preserve. Whether you're interested in learning about history or the environment, going on a hike, a bike ride, or a kayak trip, or exploring the area's natural beauty, this national park unit offers several sites and things to do for people with a variety of interests. And the nearby Talbot Islands and Amelia Island Resort top it off with gorgeous, pristine beaches. This is just one of 417 incredible U.S. National Park units in the United States. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can continue to get our videos as we finish visiting all 417 of them this year. Here are a few accounts about Timucua from early explorers. They are tall, gentle, courteous, and good-natured, of tawny color, hawked nose, and pleasant countenance. They keep their hair long and truss it up neatly all around their head, and this truss serves as a quiver in which to carry their arrows. The women have around them very long white moss, covering their breasts and their private parts, and wear bracelets of fish's teeth. They let their fingernails grow long, cutting them at the sides to leave them very sharp, and when they take one of the enemy, they sink their nails deep in his forehead and tear down the skin so as to wound and blind him. It was a tough go for French founder René de la Danière and the 200 settlers who originally established Fort Caroline in 1564. Hunger, mutiny, and lots of attention from the Timucua and the nearby Spanish kept them on their toes. It was not until English explorer John Hawkins traded supplies and a boat to the settlers did their fortunes start to change. They had a good run until the Spanish got serious about getting the French out of their territory. Thus began the conflict. While the commanding French admiral took most of the troops to sea to battle the Spaniards there, another group of Spanish soldiers marched overland to the fort. Once there, they massacred around 200 people who were left at the fort unprotected. When the French admiral returned, he and his men surrendered to the Spanish, and they were all killed. Bloody, huh? But wait, there's more. The vengeful French returned in force 3 years later. Having lost interest in colonizing this area, the mission was strictly to settle the score with the Spanish, and they did. Dominique de Gourgues led a French force which attacked, captured, and burned the Spanish fort. He then slaughtered the Spanish prisoners in revenge for the 1565 massacre. The Kingsley Plantation has well-preserved buildings. A plantation house built in 1798 along a wide, scenic salt marsh on the Fort George River. While there are interesting stories of earlier and later residents, the tour focuses on Zephaniah Kingsley and his wife Anna, who lived on the plantation from 1814 to 1837. The Kingsley plantation slave cabins are built of tabby, a material made from cooking oyster shells in a kiln for lime and adding water and sand. The 25 buildings house 60 to 80 enslaved men, women, and children. Zephaniah, a successful slave trader, merchant, and planter in Spanish Florida, bought Anna, who was born in Senegal, as a slave in Havana, Cuba in 1806. She was 13 years old. By the time she turned 18, they were married and had 3 children. She, however, was still a slave, and so were the children. Zephaniah freed her and their children in 1811. This family moved to the Kingsley Plantation in 1814, where, still under Spanish rule, Anna was able to become her husband's business partner, own her own plantation, and, strangely enough, own her own slaves. When Spain lost control of Florida in 1821, the same laws that stripped all liberties from American slaves started to apply to Anna and their now 4 children. Eventually, the restrictions became intolerable, and in 1832, Anna, 2 sons, and 50 freed slaves moved to Haiti, a free black republic, to found a plantation there. Click one of these videos to learn more about the 360 plus amazing national park units we have visited over the last 4 years. And you'll want to subscribe to watch our final adventures as we explore the rest of the 417 national park units this year.